Why, hello. Sorry I had to cut last stream short. I was late giving somebody a ride. Not my proudest moment, but we all have those moments. And I had to take some money off the gas funds as we turn. Anyway, back to our job quest. That went. Oh, wait. Turn off the air conditioning so you don't have to hear that. That glint of determination in your eyes is a testament to your newfound strength. You put me in my salad days, yo. Hmm? You would know why I truly abandoned the battlefield and became a bard? That I took an arrow in the knee is what most folk believe. The year this came out, that would have been very recent. But it is quite clear you are not most folk. Very well, I shan't insult your intelligence with an untruth. For now, allow me to answer by saying that everything in creation is given to change, and man most of all. I was drawn to the power of song, the power to touch the very souls of men, and decided that I must pursue it. Sadly, that power has been all but forgotten in this age of cynicism. Such songs as those performed by tavern bards serve no purpose beyond the amusement of drunkards. But that was not always the way of it. There was a time when a song could shape the outcome of conflict. Ever since nations first quarreled, armies have fielded archers wherewith they rained death upon the enemy from afar. As the battlefield unfolded, however, the distinction between the lines of friend and foe would grow hazy, yet the archer's part did not end there. He had to stay ever alert, with arrow nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle, even as his comrades fell, turning the earth red with their blood. The archer could ill afford to avert his gaze, lest that moment cost another his life. One need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that raged within him in that moment. Nerves near to fraying, his breast fit to burst, the archer did the only thing he could. He sang. His bow became a makeshift instrument, plucked as an accompaniment. At first, the archer sang only to still the roiling within, but his voice chanced to carry his comrades. It inspired those engaged in combat, lending strength to their sword arms, and to those who lay upon the precipice of death it granted a measure of peace. Realizing the tactical potential of song, yet loath to set aside skilled archers for that purpose, armies began raising dedicated regiments of minstrels. But the members of such units were no warriors, yo. Fair of voice and nimble of finger, these career minstrels could find a place in the hall of any lord. Yet they knew not of the burden borne by those who charge into battle, whose lot is to dance with death and sup on pain, and so their song rang hollow, holding no power over the hearts of men. In eastern Lennoska, spirits are said to haunt the trees of Rankar Gully. I would ask you to travel there and await their emergence of these specters. Through force of arms you are to release the spirits from their tormented existence and, in the doing, ease their unfathomable suffering. With such a deed might you draw forth an ancient melody from the soul of the bard. that's cool. Hey, not till level 48. Not till level 64 after that for traits. Rolls all done. Yeah. That's where I'm headed to after this. Funny enough. Oh, that's quite the cooldown. thought I did. Emma, this must have been because I quit. Not quite yet. Welcome back, yo. In your eyes, I see a layer of understanding, of regret and futility in your heart. It now echoes with the strands of an old song, newly discovered. Embrace this song as you can play it in battles shall ever more powerful emotions beset and temper your soul. When your stock of tales has grown, pray return and regale me with stories of your adventures. Yeah. Nice. Greetings. Have you an interest in poetry and song of the bard? Who are you? I am but a simple minstrel. Though once I served with the god's quiver, my days are now measured by stanza and verse. It has been long years since last set foot within the Twelves Wood, yet I could no longer ignore fate's insistent pull, and so I shall abide here for a time until certain matters are laid to rest. What does a bard do? When folks think of a bard, they conjure images of a minstrel wandering the realm, performing at banquets and in alehouses for the pleasure of king and commoner alike. But the bard I would speak of is one born from a battle-hardened archer, one who sings her own songs in the heat of combat, to inspire her comrades to ever greater feats of martial prowess. As battles unfold, the distinctions between the lines of friends and foe grows hazy, yet the archer must stay alert. With arrow nocked and eyes trained upon the struggle, one need not have a vivid imagination to appreciate the torrent of emotions that rages within her in that moment. Nerves near to frame, her beast fit to a verse. The archer does the only thing she can, she sings. And in that raw melody resides the power to stir the souls of men. That, my friend, is the true definition of a bard, and one that few now remember. Okay. It feels as though it was but yesterday that you stepped into our guild hall. Since then you have experienced much and more, and it shows in the keenness of your gaze. How fair is the guild? Concerned about Silveray and Lay? You needn't be. They still bicker, of course, but it's nothing serious. They see each other with clarity now and have come to understand that their differences are only skin deep. Would only that my archers could benefit from your positive influence. Just once I'd like to pass a day without being lectured about my form. But like it or not, I'm stuck with that bloody wildwood. You can't pick your friends. But not your family, you know? I think I read this before. Yeah, I read these two's dialogue before, but not hers. Okay, cool. That's it for this Archer's Guild. So you want to be a carpenter is not what I'm looking for. That's the one I need. Have you come to listen to the silken strings of Silkskin, traveling interpreter and master of minstrel? No? You do, however, have the look of one who lives on the road, and on the subject of wondrous wanderings, and the musical expression thereof, I do mayhap have some small wisdom to offer. When I suddenly find my heart stirred by some spectacle of nature or inspiring act of daring do, I simply let the emotion of the moment flow through my fingers and into my heart. I found no sound to be as achingly beautiful as one born from that instant of genuine joy of wistful sadness. You need no special training or knowledge to give voice to the music of the heart, only the willingness to play the score as it writes itself across your soul. If you can accomplish such a surrender, then you will have created a piece of unique unto yourself. And what melody could be more precious? I knew from the moment I laid eyes upon you. Here is a woman whose spirit begs for instrumental interpretation. Pray release your inhibitions and favor the world with your performance. Oh, I see. I hope that's not why there's no words anymore. To begin, you should simply play whichever notes catch your fancy. Let Lindsay carry you up and down the scales. Revel in the soaring heights and plunging depths, until you find a song which resonates with your being. Painted with the experience of your adventures, the timbre and tone will be yours and yours alone. I wonder what manner of music will fill the air. May the wind catch your composition and deliver it unto my covetous ear. for your impromptu performances. May have one day we could play a duet together. Okay, actions. Nice. Okay, I can play music now. That's cool. Okay, anyway. Looking for work to fund our wine habit, are we? The Adventurers Guild has assigned me to Wineport so that I might distribute guild leaves to the willing and able. Depending on what skills you possess, I may have suitable work for you. Beast culling, crafting, gathering, and so forth. That said, my offer is contingent upon you first demonstrating your capacity to complete a contract. The Noskin wilderness is fraught with peril, so it behooves me to test your ability to survive in it. While these goobies are wont to devour anything and everything, they have a fondness for pelican meat. Your task will be to slay the pelican and use its remains to lure out the ravenous gobboos. The area in which the gobboos were last sighted is fairly large, so this may take a fair amount of time. Be warned, however, that the hungry creatures may be drawn to the meat. I believe I explained your tasks in sufficient detail. If you have any further questions, refer to the guild leave in your possession. Ah, you actually completed the trial. I suppose you'll be wanting this then. You've proven yourself confident, which is well. If you desire additional guild leaves, I will not deny you. You can drink whilst you work for all I care, as long as the client is satisfied, so am I. Okay. Only place to go is Camp Tribal. Where is that turnip head? We have already waited some hours for my cousin, and still he leaves. Thou knows where. He is ever late. I do not understand why he cannot simply depart early. Still, I confess, I am fond of the fool. I would go look for him, but his route winds close to the Hatali training grounds, and they say 'tis a romp of beasts there, beasts of the most dangerous kind. You are an adventurer, and surely this is the sort of thing that, oh, I don't know, makes your blood sing, heart boil, or some piffle. Will you look for my freckless cousin? Rest in peace, dear uncle. Technically a cousin twice removed, but who's counting? We're too busy dividing up the estate of that estate of yours. Thank you, and thank you thrice. Saw those rather nasty brutes coming and thought, well, nothing much really belong on our They really should take old Halatali down. The place has absolutely gone to pot. Oh, look at the time. Mustn't keep the burial waiting too much longer. Suppose my cousin Frederick, she of the oversight Versa, is none too pleased. Oh, thank you. He is absolutely incorrigible. To think we might have had to bury him as well. Then again, that's one burial he wouldn't have been late for. There's a thought. You, that wandering working adventurer, you can work something for me today. See, the father asked me to mend this vestment, but look, both the weft and the weave's gone there and there. I'll need more cloth than I have. There's a merchant at Blackbush Station right now. He'll give you what I need. Hurry on, off to Central Thanoan you go. Oh, there's work enough for the church, but nothing you'd call cheery. Came from Deju, did ye? I was wondering where she'd gone to. Stopped by her shop the other day, was going to offer a cup of tea. She missed a nice one, an amber tip from Corthias. Per usual, I'm assuming, the tannered linen? Yes, madame. Now don't you go misrepresenting. It's nice and soft, so she pulls out the threads and reweaves what she's mending. Here you go. There you are. Did you get what I need? Much appreciated, adventure. Now we'll see how nimble these fingers are. The father needs the right soon, he said, going out on some priestly business. This is a piece of piss compared to the last order, though. Excuse the salty talk. 'Twas big as a house and burnt as slattern supper. Father Lewid brought it, but it looked to be for that lich keeper fellow. The sun has shone upon the terrible sight today, when the bereaved wished to place upon the grave of his beloved a spring of Alphex lavender. He strayed far, for the flower is sparse in these parts, and was grievously wounded by fiends. Grief makes us all slow in wits and limb, and I fear that these attacks will not cease until the creatures are gone. I pray you, banish the foul things. They were last seen to the east near the remains of Gobigoo. Water to fetch, weeds to pull, a shabby lichlard is a sight to the living and the dead alike. I remember you. When the calamity struck, it centered life everywhere, not only among our races. Look around and you will see how things have fallen apart. Feet, claws, roots, all have been torn from the earth they were planted on. The dead Gobigoo was a child of Corthias. The calamity shattered its native mountains and fled before destruction as a caravan flies before a sandstorm. Years it wandered. We found it dying and received its memories. It had gathered seeds from every land it passed through, and they flower upon its corpse, a living map of its loss and exile. North to shroud, mountains to desert, cloudberry and shooting stars, marybells and cliff roses, Alphic lavender from lower Thanalan, even rose lilies from Bloodshore. To wander is a dream and a nightmare. Adventurers such as yourself must know it better than I, but I imagine there are days when the flame of adventure gutters, and you feel yourself to be bereft of those in lost hope, and upon us no flowers grow. Hmm. So generous is Father Lord to so many. He feeds, clothes, and psychs them tirelessly, yet he has none to do for him. What he does for others, I would show him my appreciation with a special gift, but sadly, my meager purse is not enough. Will you speak to the other brothers and sisters and see whether they too feel as I do? I have made arrangements with Emir Emergard, who runs a concern at Camp Drybone. If you're successful in raising the funds, will you deliver the guild to her? Be silent and take my gill. Pray forgive my outburst, good madame. It's only that I owe Father Lord my life, and an opportunity to give him something, no matter how small, sets my spirits afire. As an adventurer, you're familiar with guild leaves, yes? If so, you have likely seen our... Oh, I've read this before. Okay, da, 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 da. Oh yeah. The gift for Father Lord, of course, it does not take thought to see the good in him. It warms my heart that Brother Byron would go to such trouble. Thank you both for your efforts. Greetings, yo. Brother Baron said you might be coming by. A gift for Father Lord, he said. The good father must be a man of much love from the weight of these sacks. I have given this matter much thought. A consignment of high quality spices arrived just this day. Mayhap cinnamon cookies would suit. I have received many a kind word from my customers about my cookies, if I may say so. I have also observed the good father linger at my store whenever a fresh batch was to be smelt coming out of the oven. But the only times he spent his skill on cookies and cakes, it was for the children of lost hope. The sun is hot, as hot hands pressing down on you here. There's not left of those who succumb to the heat but dry bones, hence the camp's name. I don't envy you adventurers in the slightest, what with all the gear and armor you must be carrying. Good evening to you, yo. What brings you to this place? What? How? Cinnamon cookies by Thal. A gift, you say, from Brother Baron, Brother Esmore, and Sister Zezero. How kind they are. I could tell them there was no need, but our order teaches us to see a need despite the needy disavowals. I shall thank them from my heart. I had a son and thought his happy marriage a daughter. Well matched they were, and well met. Their house smelt of good things like this, and there was always an open peg for my cloak and a tall glass of mint tea when they died. I kinda cut off there, huh? Alright. Was Father Luid, please? Oh, that is good, and I believe it does his heart good to give word to his sorrows. That is what we tell the bereaved in the lich yards, that grief must be both shrieked and spoken. I had heard that Father Luid had suffered a great loss in the calamity, yet his heart grows as large as a palace, and scores dwell there in the haven he makes of it. Would that someday I am half the man he is. Death begets death, especially in those where privation is the sovereign. A corse left unburied is as rich a is as a rich field to Belkin, where they may sow pestilence and water it with their miasma. Nowhere is the rule of privation so apparent as in Lost Hope. A man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed, for no ties bind these unhappy folk together except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains, and so we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. We deliver this repellent to that den of sorrow. We were visited by a refugee just the other day. He said he had come to share the news of his impending move to the Sultry. It would seem that a companion, one who did not survive their flight across the lands all those years ago, is buried here in Lichard. I feel I was afforded a glimpse of the bittersweet joy that many in Alamegan must surely now endure. Full name. Right, the materia. Can't do that. Level 21, but still. What business do you have here, stranger? Oh, you come from the church of Saint Adama Landama. Ah, the Belkin repellent. The good father told me last moon of this plan. He is a man that keeps his word, and 'twas kind of him to have you deliver it. Did he tell you where and how these are to be used? I fear I have little knowledge of alchemy. I understand the appeal I do, but a man can do more good living humbly for a cause than dying nobly for one. This is cool. God, wait, Godbert? No, no, you just look a lot like him. Thank you, stranger. This place may seem wretched to you, and none here would deny it is, but last year it had to look up at Cardinal House. So fiercely did the pestilence rage, till Father lured Leon a debt of life. I confess, though, I wonder if we are safe from a plague only to perish in war. We have little love for Gullimer here, and news of them who buried our homes travels fast. What chance does lost hope have against the force that plucked Alamigo like a ripe peach? Flight or flee, we must make plans, yet few have ears to listen to me. They have too much to fear already, too many demons to slay every hour. Thank you, Yell. Sometimes for what ails us in thinking, we find relief in doing. The ministration to exiles is one of the duties of the Church of Saint Adama, Landama. I pray that someday, with the grace of gods, they may find again what they have lost. Okay. Won't be back here until level 41. I think that's good for now. Okay. Ooh, it is crowded. Okay. I'll be right back with some guild heists. Okay. The performance is deserving of a reward beyond that which was promised in the original report. Okay, slowly but surely. Why do I have a connection issue? Okay. Shit scared the hell out of me. I can feel the lag. I can feel the lag, Jesus. Yep. What is happening? God damn it. was choppy as fuck, but we made it through. Hey, level 36 now. Would have shown me if anything was different. Okay, there's only 2 guildhests left, and they're a bit of a pain in the ass, but they're worth it. Just to show off. Plus, I don't mind the difficulty, but I gotta be level 40. I'm actually gonna log out and log back in. See if that helps. Okay, well, I'm fine here. Maybe it was just because I was in Alonso. I don't know. Oh yeah, the crafting thing. Alright. Yeah, that works. Plus 34 too. The freeze that came in the calamity's wake has rendered Fortheus nigh inhospitable. Many of the creatures that once made their homes there have been forced to migrate lest they starve. Some arrive on our doorstep with naught else on their mind but to feed. The worst of the beasts are the jackals, who have been spotted not far from this very spire. Adventurer, we call upon your skill to dispatch these beasts before they make a meal of some unguarded traveler. This fetch or, begging your pardons, fetid dodo meat will serve admirably as bait. By Nofriga's grace, the Twellsword was not subjected to the transformative forces which forever altered Orthias. At least that was the case 5 years ago. Some say the snows creep ever southward. So they were hinting at Ishkar like way early. Well, I know they were in 1.0 anyway. I'm not sure how Mage's ballad works. I'll have to look that up. We are most grateful. This kind of situation would not have arisen ere the calamity came and made Corthiris nigh uninhabitable to its local fauna. With their water hoarded in vaults of ice and their herbage held under the snow, the larger beasts have become positively infernal in their need to survive. Take heed if you head northbound, for know that you're riding into battle. Okay. Adjoining area. Joining area. Joining area. What is the adjoining area to? Oh. Let's see, is it time? That was it for North Shroud. North Shroud is done. Each Shroud and Gridania both have 43s. Orthios has 236s, which is looking like that's where I'm gonna have to go. There they are. The common folk of Ishgard know to seek shelter in Skyfire locks whenever the dragons attack in force. Each stronghold must be viculated with these extra mouths in mind. Will you help us secure meat and sheepskin from the caracals that roam the snowy plains? These stockpiles will mean the difference between life and death for the helpless folk under our protection. When the sheep are skinned and dressed, make your deliveries to the strongholds and watchtowers. Every morsel and every shield against the cold counts, no matter how small. Know you the reason Skyfire Locks is thus devised? A handful of diamonds tossed upon the hillside rather than a carcant of brilliance, decorously arranged. The locks are shelter for our people against dragons. Scattered is safer. One cannot steal a necklace if there is none to steal. The mage's valid too. I still don't understand. Just realized my food ran out. What did they expect us to do with such paltry? Forgive me, I speak out of turn. You have your duty and a great service it is to us, for we are short of men. It is the enemy that weighs on me. Snow rather than fire. How fares the weather? A storm in these parts means no runners can be sent to the next port, nor any signals be seen. Once the whiteness falls, each lock is an island and must fend for itself. Oh. Well, ain't you a sturdy lass? If you want to keep it that way, take my advice. When hauling heavy shite, lift with your legs, not your back. Learn that one the hard way. Thank you kindly, yo. We are without the men we need to lay in extra supplies. So thin are we stretched by the terrors of the winter. This winter, adventurers such as yourselves were sent by Halon herself, for that the commanders saw the truth of it. What do you think? Larger and warmer than you expected. I'll warrant this fort is also a piece of shelter for the common folk. 'Tis better to rebuild a dragon-seared home than burn it with it. How like Siviante to entrust us important a task as this to an adventurer. You, at least, can be trusted to complete the work you were given, but still, I thank you for the delivery. You may go. Come back for you. I thank you for these. 'Tis miserable work dressing so many beasts in a cold such as this. Would that this meat were for a feast to celebrate a victory. I hear the unbelievers grow bold, hampered as we are by the snow. I pray that we are not defeated by cold and hunger ere we can meet the dragons in battle. See how the observatorium pierces the very heavens. What a view those Australians must have high above the murk that you and I toil in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. years after the calamity, this place was a barren wasteland with nary a shrub to be found. It was Guildmaster Furfurcha, her skill, her knowledge, and her love for the trees most of all, who gave this forest new life. Were it not for her, I would not be here today. Nay, like as not, I would never have chosen the botanist's path. The profounder joy and satisfaction that my life's work has brought me, I owe it all to her. Tis mine honor to hold the fort in Lord Francis' absence. So long as this knight lives and breathes, Skylock will stand firm against all threats. Conscientious a man as my lord is, he often pays us a visit, as does Lord Emelian, but they have not for which they need be concerned. There you are. My gratitude, adventurer. The rocks upon which this guard is built are less stalwart than we could ever have thought 5 years ago. There has never been such a time as this. The shadows gather with all alacrity, and we must make whatever preparations we can. I just wasted. I could have got gold. Know you the reason Skyfire Locks is thus devised, a handful of diamonds tossed upon the hillside rather than a carcan of brilliant deacon seriously arranged. The locks are shelter for our people against dragons. Scattered is safer and cannot steal a necklace if there is none to steal. I've read that before. Okay. Now to get the other quest. And then I'm gonna go hunting. Oh wait, no, there's one level 36 in another place actually. I might do that first. It calls me to ask for the help of an adventurer, yet I cannot leave the fort. Not now, damn it. You are eager to do us service, is that not right, adventurer? There is some urgent need for firewood, and you would gain much by assisting us. The area around Skyfire Locks never lacks for firewood. Collect 8 bundles and deliver them to Death Knot on the East Hill. Chris Salvante, that long-faced martinet. Never was a night as cold as this, yet he begrudges us more wood for the fire. I would gladly, especially if 'twere Salvante, kill for a mug of warm wine. Took your time, you sniveling whey face. Firewood. You told Who told you to bring firewood? Well, what happened to the fresh supplies from Camp Dragonhead? And stand up straight when I address you. Why? I mistook you for another. I sent out a recruit some time ago to take delivery of relief supplies. You came all this way to bring me more fuel? I bid you thanks. 'Tis no comfort we seek, you understand, but life. The cold is too relentless to go along without fire. I give thanks for your service, but Corthias is no place for those who lack discipline and faith. You will perish, and in so doing mayhap endanger the crusade. He should be back by now, even if we had to wait out the worst of the storm. Could he have wandered onto the north road? The way roam feral that way roam feral crocs. Adventurer, I sent a runner to Camp Dragonhead, but he is many hours overdue. I fear he has lost his way. Green recruit that he is, I would prevail upon you to fetch him back. Oh, he didn't make it. Sucks. Ah, adventurer, where is the tomfool? If he's lost something to frostbite, he has none to blame but himself. This is the boy's ring. What is the meaning of this? A feral croc. Are you certain? He could simply have dropped it. I'll not stand for surmise when the boy's honor. What? Yes, he had ginger hair. Oh, for the Ruth of Halone. He was a good lad. A fire to take his place in the war against the dragons. To die so ignominiously instead. I cannot tell his sire, yet to lie to a fellow knight about his own son, 'tis more than I can tease up right now. I mislike adventurers as well, you know, but that wretched death on the north road binds us together. It is the will of the Fury. After much reflection, I have decided to send you to Camp Dragonhead with the ring for Thor Bolin, the boy's father. It'll It ill becomes a knight to prevaricate, but I have added the boy's name to the patrol that was lost to dragons. You must tell Theoben that his son died gloriously in battle. Let his name not stand in shame. He deserved better. You seek Theoben. I am he. A ring. Talk sense, adventurer. This is my wife's naming ring, which I took off her gold finger so many years ago. I gave it to our son after his swearing of the sword. You need not look so beetle-brown, adventurer. I know what this means. My son is dead. My line is ended. Yes, I know what this means. There was a patrol out of Skyfire Locks last night that was killed to the last man. Was he one of them? Ah, then he died well, for I heard they brought down 2 dragons before the fire came for them. In every generation of my family, at least one son has died in the crusade. I scarce remember my father, who fell manning the ballista at the locks, and I am the last of the 3 brothers. I had 4 sons and a daughter. 2 of the boys did not live to see their first name day, and my wife died in childbirth. With the 3rd, sickness took my daughter along with her babes. Yet our honor is intact, for my son gave his life to the cause. Would that he had known more days, fought more battles ere he fell. That is my only regret. Thank you for the message. You lack no courage to make your way to Guildhests in these troubled times. A knight of Ishgard lives to serve and lives to fall in battle. Every last one of us is fated for this holy duty long before we are born. And when the last dragon perishes, we shall meet again in the hall of our fathers. Thus spoke my father to me, and his father to him. Thus did I speak to mine own son, and the count to his, I expect. Maybe that's good. I think for joy, I'm just gonna go for that. It's empty. Does he fucking, you know, past? Alright. Partial fun. $38, $37, $38, $8, $37. Okay, so there's two 37s. $37, so 3 37s. 38, 4 37s. Five 37s. Was it 5 or 6? But it's enough for the next step after 36. I can finally do this one. Fancy yourself a romantic friend. Do you often find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say. Then do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now. I assure you this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me from what I could gather amidst slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, but the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ill-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for Green Catcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find them there. Can't those two find an inn or something? If I have to watch them cuddle and coo for even a moment longer, I'm likely to lose my mind. At least I can comfort myself in knowing that it won't be long before the flames of the precious romantic gutter and their sweet nothings turn to grousings and grumblings, invectives, and the inveritable death threats, just like a friend of mine. Not a particularly close friend, mind you, more like an acquaintance of an acquaintance, a stranger really. I can't even recall the poor girl's name, but she was far too good for that muscle bound goggle boo boo arse. Okay. I'm doing a leave. Hidden treasures, ha, another Gilgrace greenhorn reeled in by Eldwalden's tales, eh? Yes, Eldwalden, that's the doddering fool's name. Though, mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I saw him just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered, piss yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. Wish ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind ye, before stumbling out of the tavern doors and promptly falling flat on his mug like as not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it in my face so many times that I swear the mold left the page to take up residence in me nostrils. 'Twas the mess of blue and brown splotches that Eldwin swore was Camp Broad's Lake, with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are ye? Take my word. You'll find naught but a sorry drunkard and his sack of broken dreams. Eldwin's map. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that the fool swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Okay. Oh, right, I need to eat food. I keep forgetting. If I recall, that's a fate for something. I forget. Who goes there? Wait, don't tell me you've come to help old Eldwin dig for buried treasure. Well, I'll have you know, I'm faring just fine by me shelf. Just look at that beauty over there. Not that I can blame ye for being jealous of me fast riches. Lucky for ye, I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening me latest discovery. That's right, for one precious moment you can walk in the shoes of Eldorn treasure hunter extraordinaire. Go on now, the casket won't bite or nothing. What are you waiting for? The casket won't bite or it's gonna bite. 5 was something I didn't need to pick a fight with. Tattered complaints. 7 hells, where did those nasty buggers come from? Why, if I had my trusty pickaxe with me, I'd split their skulls clean in two. Where in the world did those things go anyway? What's this? Look, old Eldworms had the finest Eorzeus had to offer, from the drowning winds to Vesperians to roasted fish, and he ain't seen nothing like great Bragon's gut. It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening the casket shattered this here bottle and this foul slop poured out, luring them nasty burgers with its stink. I told you to be more careful. Now hand over the loot. You may have opened the casket, but 'twas old Eldrin what did the dirty work. Wait, that's it? You gave me everything? Why, I got more last time I sold me undergarment for grog money. You aren't hiding nothing from me, are ye? Well, it looks like we've got no choice. We've got to go out and search old bigger and better treasures. Not the same treasures, of course. I can't hold your hand forever, so sit back and let old Eldorn impart to ye a proper trove of knowledge on treasure hunting. Firstly, you find yourself a map. Once you have your map, then you decipher it. That means you look at it nice and good like. Then when you figured out where the treasure is hiding, you go there and you dig it up. Sounds simple enough, you say? Ah, I might look I might make it look easy, but I can assure you it ain't. Treasure hunting demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. But don't be discouraged. Hone your skills like old Eldwin and the treasures are sure to follow. Now if you'll excuse me, my throat's feeling dry. This won't even buy me a swig of wench cheap shiz grog. What's a man to do to drown his sorrows? Nice. Well, that's cool. Last to do is this until I'm level 40 with hunting. Wow, they did a good job with the texture for this thing. Must be important. Providence Point and Whiteburn. Whiteburn. Providence Point. is this? Well, speaking of fortune fun. Hey, I found you. Found you. Though the souls of the righteous ascend along the halls, their earthly forms are not afforded the same honor. But goodly men and women deserve proper burials, and so all who come down must go up. this place. It's not Whiterun though, is it? No, that's Border Downs. I feel like I've been here before. I have. Okay. Where are you heading? See. That's nothing. I got confused. Okay, so is this still a white room? Where are Oh, wait. I have to do the stone vigil to get that? No, wait, no. cheated out. That just. Oh, I thought that was it. I still thought that was it. That's it. Those are them. Can't believe that hit me. Fuck no. No, I needed that. You dick. Thank you, though. Now I gotta wait for them to respawn. Just 2 more. Hello. Yeah, what's up? To where and what for? To where and what for? And you going where? Oh, Adrian arrived. Jesus, okay. Yeah, you got me? Okay. Alright, just give me like 5 minutes, 15 minutes to get ready. Okay. Hey. I'm almost level 37. I just have to kill like 10 things. But that's all I can do right now. So I'm gonna call the stream here. Plus I have to give a ride. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Be easy. Oh, I know I don't have a schedule. The best way to know when I'm streaming is to follow me. I'm not so good at Discord and scheduling. That aside, be easy.